Oh yeah, here we go. We're back, everyone, on the Star Wars Remastered soundtrack. So the next one we got is A New Hope, the original Star Wars movie that first came in the 70s. Such a classic. Now it's time to get ready to do a comparison and listen to the songs. So, like I said before, the remastered soundtrack has a new artwork. So, first off, let's take a look at this. Now, by the looks of this is actually from the 2004 cover, because this is the artwork from the 2004 version, of course, because in 2004, they released the original 3 Star Wars movies on DVD, and they are fully remastered in HD with CGI in it, and they look so much better, and I love it. And now, here's the remastered version. And same thing as before, it's actually outer space. I don't need to explain the black and white dots because it's just outer space. But take a look at the stripe. It's blue. That's something different because I noticed that for this actually has red. And I believe this one actually has a mini poster in it too. Yep, John Williams and the London Symphony Orchestra. Yep, music composed and conducted and performed, of course. Now, let's look at the side. It's just a plain, but this one here, look at that. It actually has red there. Here. And now, let's take a look at the back of this. And look at this. It actually has the Death Star, and there's the track. But look, this is actually way different. This is something that's actually different, because for the last 3, which is the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith, they actually have the same track, but this is different. I mean, look at the back on this one here. Look at the difference. This one actually has 24 tracks. This one has 16. So probably they couldn't even put all of them onto all of these on this. I don't know why, but it looks different. And this one's from Sony Classical. This one's from Disney Records. Now, I know this one actually says 2015, but look at this. See? 1997. That was the special edition. And see? It says 2004. This one says 2018. Now, I believe there's the one thing I actually noticed that there's something different. Look, you see, for Ben Kenobi's death and the TIE Fighter attack, that's actually track 5. So that's different because you see, on this one, which is track number 9, which is track 22, it's actually on this here. So probably the tracks on here are like not in the correct order like on this one here. But we'll actually get to listen to it. But look at this one. This is the last battle. They thought it's gonna be like the whole track of this one here, which is the Battle of Yavin. But I actually found out that for this when I listened to it on YouTube, it's actually a combination of this, and this. So it's a combination of 3 tracks. So let's get the disc. Let's check out the disc and everything that's in here. There we go, come on. Ooh, this is a bit of a tricky one. Give me a moment, let me throw this away so it won't get stuck when I'm trying to get this open. Now, I believe that the reason why that the ad says to celebrate 40 years, because that's the year. Because 40 years was actually 1977. That was the year when Star Wars A New Hope came. Of course. Anyways, let's get this open. And there's one of the advertisements again. Just like before. I'm almost done. Just 2 more to go. Now let's check out the collectible mini poster that's actually in here. Whoop. Yeah, because this thing was actually on top of this. So first off, here are the scenes that are from A New Hope. And look at that, they look clean because they're the remastered ones. And now, let's check out the mini poster here. Oh, look at that! There's C-3PO and R2-D2 on the planet Tatooine. The one when they got into the escape pod in the Tantive 4. Because of the Death Star plans, of course. Love it. I love it. And now here's the disc. Half artwork, half silver, like always. And as... Now, the one thing I know is that this one actually has 2 discs. Here. Check it out. You see that? Because the first one has Luke Skywalker. And the second has Darth Vader in it, of course. And it actually has the number of tracks. So this one has 13 tracks, and the last one has 11. So that's a total of 24. And I don't want to forget the back art. Let's take a look. This one actually shows the escape pod headed on its planet Tatooine. And now let's take a look at this one in the remastered. Ho ho ho! There's Princess Leia, and then there's C-3PO. Rest in peace to good old Carrie Fisher. Yeah, Carrie Fisher was amazing playing as Princess Leia in the original 3 and the last 3, which is the sequel ones, of course. So, now let's compare to the songs here. Alright, got the CD player. Let's turn it on. Okay, so we're going to start off with this. Now, the one thing is different about this is that on the very first track, it has the 20th Century Fox fanfare. So I'm going to have to skip through that and just go to the opening. Because the reason why is because the remastered version doesn't have it because this is a Disney release. This one is a Sony Classical release. Of course. And by the way, I believe that the blue was actually quite different because this one actually has the red color, of course. So, like I said, let's start off with the actual one. Just gonna listen to one track that's on this and the last 2 on the other disc because, like I said, it has 2 discs. So let's listen to it just for 2 seconds. Okay, so there's the opening. So now let's check out disc number 2. So we can listen to the other 2, which is Ben Kenobi's Death and TIE Fighter Attack, and the Throne Room end title, because the Throne Room end title is also on the remastered version, which is right there. Okay, so let's go down to. Let's listen. Okay, and now the Throne Room. Okay, so they actually sounded like that. Just always, of course. And now, let's get on to the remastered soundtrack so we can listen to it. Believe me, everyone, I am just keeping the volume down because just like always, just to avoid all that yada 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 stuff. Now this time I'm gonna have to hold a case while listening, while pointing out onto the track I need to get to, because like I said, I'm more into the OG ones. Here we go. Come on, there we go. So let's start off with the main title. Okay, sounds pretty good. Now let's listen to track 5. Okay. You can actually hear a little bit of it. And now the last one. Okay, alright. So they sound bright and clean, so that's perfect though. That's perfect. I'm gonna have to get myself a boombox so that way I could be able to listen to them better. Of course. So it looks like this concludes the soundtrack of Star Wars A New Hope. So that's the soundtrack of Star Wars A New Hope, and the remastered one had some nice clean ones, but I didn't actually go through the other songs that are like combinations that are from this one, probably because Disney Records didn't even have the guts to do like 2 discs of these, but Sony Classical did. But I want to say that this is okay, but this one was a lot better because this one has 24 tracks and this one has 16. So this one's okay, but this one's a lot better. Would have been great if Disney Records would actually just have all of them on there, so that way it would be a lot better. And probably they would have actually just get the songs in the actual correct order like this one did, because Sony Classical was a lot more stronger than any other record companies, but overall, this one's okay, but mostly this one's a bit better. So, next up is Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, so we'll see you in part 5. We'll be back.